So now it's time for another episode of Your Drunken Uncle.
Yeah, man, we're the Drunken Uncles, and we're here to entertain you.
We got all the regular greatness. We got what do you be drinking there? I've got backups, but I've got amazing. Tell me something you don't know. We've got Say Uncles. We got all the stuff. Touch of Ireland. Top 5.
Top 5, a new top 5, one that we think we'll love. And I have a great. What do you be drinking there?
Yeah, I can't. Let's just jump right into it. Sloan.
Yes.
What do you be drinking there, laddie?
Oh, all right. Today, straight out of the freezer from Tulsa, Oklahoma, we have Indian grass vodka. This is made with Oklahoma native grass, Indian grass.
What?
And we are about to taste this. I've had this in the freezer, so it's ice cold, like Laura's heart.
Grass.
Like Laura's heart, we're gonna take the cork out of the ice coldness, maybe. There it is.
It's fermented, like.
And hold
it's
on,
fermented.
I'll read it to you. It's also.
That's good.
It's also. Hold on, I gotta use my glasses. 6 times distilled, which is amazing. And they use glacier ice water from like 15,000 years ago that's been put into the sandstone.
Nuh-uh.
Yeah, I'll read it all to you here in just a second. So this is pretty impressive stuff. So, without further ado, we're going to taste Indian grass vodka from Oklahoma. Slancha, and let's take a taste. Wow, that's different. I like it. I don't know if I can mix this. I think I have to drink it straight.
It's pretty good straight.
Damn,
I mean,
when
who
it's
drinks
ice cold?
vodka straight? But it's good.
When it's good vodka, you drink it straight. Like from Russia, you drink it straight because it's really good vodka, but it's got to be very, very good. You don't like it. Why not?
I don't like vodka. This reminds me of being 15 years old and putting in orange juice at the Village Inn.
This is really good, though. This is bottle number
I do not like vodka.
batch. This is the first batch,
What?
and this is bottle 593 of the first batch.
So we really are on the cutting edge.
We're on the
of this
cutting
one.
edge of this. Now, let me read you this. I want to read this really quick to you guys. This is just off the bottle, but it says, Indian grass. Oklahoma's state grass is prominent across the Great Plains. The grass flavor is imparted ever so slightly to create a smooth, full-flavored vodka, which I think it has, that's best enjoyed with a couple of ice cubes or in a vodka martini. I could see a dirty martini maybe.
Yeah.
6 times distilled, then cut with Oklahoma ice age water and charcoal filtered 10 times to create an extremely smooth and crisp vodka. What is Oklahoma ice age water? From ancient ice fields trapped 15,000 years ago in Oklahoma sandstone reservoirs, the water used to cut Indian grass Oklahoma vodka is naturally enhanced with healthy minerals to give each sip its crispness. And then, last but not least, supporting public schools. We believe in supporting the next generation. A portion of proceeds go to foundations that directly support public schools in Oklahoma.
Vote for Indian grass.
Indian
vodka.
grass is by far more progressive and awesome than the Oklahoma legislature.
Hey, actually.
Yeah.
That's not hard to do, by the way. But good for you,
Even a
Oklahoma.
vodka.
Good for you, Indian grass vodka. I like this. Oklahoma Distilleries.
Wait, can we get a close up of this? Because I don't know if you
a
can
beautiful
see
bottle.
from
Very pretty.
where you are. There's a blade of grass in the bottle. Did you notice this?
Didn't
Sloan?
even notice it till just now.
Look at this. I think it's because it was like frozen or whatever. There's frost on the outside, but
Yeah.
you can see here.
There's a
this
blade of grass in it. How fucking cool, man.
That's very cool.
This is a really unique vodka, man. I'm very proud that this comes from Tulsa, Oklahoma.
Yeah, man. I mean, craft vodkas are becoming the thing, and we've sort of been wondering, where's our vodka?
So their Oklahoma distillery is near. It's between Marshall's and the newest brewery over there.
Cabin Boys.
Cabin Boys. So they're right downtown. And I'm excited. I'm excited about this.
Yeah.
Part of the Drunken Uncle diet is that we have to start drinking more vodka and
Why not?
less beer.
That's the
Indeed.
key, I think,
That's the
really
key.
is the lesson.
65 calories an ounce versus the beers that we like, 200 to 300 calories a beer.
For 1 ounce of alcohol. Sloan, could you tell everyone where you got it and where you might be able to get this in retail?
You know, if you go to their website, that's actually a really great thing. So all throughout Oklahoma, there's several. I got it at Collins liquor store on 17th and Yale near Reeser's over there and Target. But I went to their website doing a little research, and they have on their website, they list everywhere in Tulsa, Bartlesville, Oklahoma City, every liquor store that sells their vodka. So if you're within Oklahoma, I don't know if you can order it online. I'm not sure if that's feasible, but
That's legal.
I don't know if it's legal. But if you're in Oklahoma, you just go on their website and you can see what liquor stores have it.
Yeah. Mail order
Mail-order
alcohol
vodka
is
would be-
another thing that Oklahoma needs to do.
We're just
to
waiting on
change.
Amazon. That should happen. It just happened. Anyway, cheers.
Cheers. Thanks, Sloan. This
Sloan
is
ship.
excellent. Thank you.
I will drink yours, Laura,
Oklahoma.
with a little lime.
What are they called again?
Oklahoma Distilleries.
Oklahoma Distilleries.
Indian grass.
Mud in your eye.
And I have a buzz.
Alrighty.
So now it's time for our top 5, but instead of this week, it's a top 10.
It's a top 10 because we're doing top 10 bars of Tulsa, Oklahoma.
That's right. And this is your insider's guide to the top 10 best bars in Tulsa.
Aye. And so here we
We've
go.
got a lot of bars.
Number 10, Lefties in Greenwood. Our friend Kajir owns Lefties. It's a great bar. It's a great sports bar, and they have a great ton of beers on tap, and good food, good bar food. But more importantly,
Like what I love about it is like it's one of the most diverse bars in Tulsa where you're
Yeah.
going to meet people from all over the city, all walks of life, all
walks of
socioeconomic, status, race, ethnicities.
yeah, and
You
they
hear
have good
different-
jazz.
Yeah.
They have jazz. They're live jazz, and so it's a really interesting bar. It feels like an urban bar.
Yeah.
Like if you were in Manhattan or Boston or something like that, you would all this glass, so you have this view, and it's great.
Number 9 is the Colony.
The Colony.
I love it because it's one of the best places to see live music. They have live music every night.
It's a great place.
They have old style on draft, and they have this little special where they serve you like 7 pony drafts for $7. And it's just one of the best like deals in town to get for cheap beer.
Yeah.
They have a great pool table.
Yeah, I love the pool table because you can actually go play pool and hear the great live music at the same time.
Yeah.
It's an old school pub. Number 8, a classic, maybe the classic in Tulsa, Oklahoma, and that is Arnie's Irish Pub downtown. It is an amazing little pub, and it is small. But they have maybe one of the coolest little patios you'll ever sit on. It is a smoking joint, so if you don't smoke cigarettes, and we don't, it can be a little tough on us.
Go to
But
the patio.
the patio is great, and it's got like all this like foliage growing up.
Grapevines, yeah.
Grapevines growing up above you. So in the summertime, you're in shade, and they leave the door open oftentimes in the spring and fall, and there'll be oftentimes a random band of Irish musicians playing or blues. So it's a lot of fun.
Yeah. All right. Number 7 is Mainline Bar, which is on Main Street in the Tulsa Arts District.
Yeah, it's a beautiful bar. Our friend Katie owns and runs that place. What we love about it is when they took over from some stupid bar, Blue or something before, the bar that left, that abandoned that place, left the 2 big screen TVs behind the bars. And instead of putting TV on or anything like that, all they do is they rotate art.
Yeah, photos of art.
There's no TV in that bar. So there's art all over the walls that are for sale. I've actually purchased a painting there that's in my living room. And you can have really good conversation there. That's what I love about it. And they too have live music.
They also have really rad furniture.
Yeah, I was gonna say
The furniture
very
is
eclectic,
awesome.
That's
mid-century furniture that's fabulous, and it is
Colorful. God, I
Very
love that
colorful.
place.
Almost,
So pretty.
yeah, like Art Deco type
Yeah.
furniture. Yeah. Number 6, we got Mercury Lounge, 18th and Boston. The Boston district down there. That's one of the fun places to go to, actually.
Yeah.
Mercury is, for me, this kind of Texas Southern blues joint that just, it's just a place where you can see some of the greatest music, get your ass kicked, or have a great shot of Jameson.
Right.
Something like that's going to happen. It's a juke joint kind of place, man.
It is. Jameson and a shot for $6.
Yeah.
Some of the most interesting, like, looking people and characters.
It draws the most interesting characters.
Number 5 is Fassler Hall, which is one of Elliot Nelson's joints down
in the Blue Dome.
It is in the Blue Dome, sort of North Blue Dome district on Elgin. That's right. And what's remarkable about this bar for me is their beer garden. This beautiful back patio.
It's huge.
With it's massive and a beautiful view of downtown. You know?
And what I also love about it is that it's an old garage again. There's a lot of old garages. I mean, even Arnie's
a garage door.
Part of a garage thing. It's this big, like, arched room, and this is the brilliance behind this bar. They just threw some picnic tables in there, built a bar, and threw up a stage. And I've been in there when it's packed and people are dancing on the. I mean, it's like Oktoberfest all year round in Fassler Hall. All right, number 4. Kilkenny's Irish Pub, Cherry Street in Tulsa. Maybe the greatest menu in Tulsa. The diverse menu. There's a lot of food on that menu.
And it's brilliant.
But it's been there since 2003, I'm going to say.
That's right.
And it was really kind of the beginning of a lot of the change that is happening in Tulsa that we witness today. But the bartenders are great. And when you stand in there in the right angle, and if it's a cloudy or rainy day and you're having a Guinness, you can look out and there's the Catholic school across with the spires and everything, and it feels a little like you're in Ireland.
It does.
You know, the Irish music is playing.
You know, it's got the sort of classic oak paneling, and it's a little bit dark in there, and it has the rich sort of maroons on the stools. They have stools like in an Irish pub. Yeah, I've been to better Irish pubs in terms of decor, but in terms of food, no. And the bartender's amazing. Great selection of beers. And it's a full bar.
Some of our best bartenders all through Tulsa have started at Kilkenny.
And it has the best selection of Irish whiskey in town, which is, important.
Absolutely.
Number 3 is Hodges Bend, which is a Parisian-style cafe located in the East End district of downtown Tulsa. And it's just one of the most intimate, cool.
It's maybe the coolest place.
It could be the coolest in terms of its decor, its vibe.
Yeah, it's just a cool place.
Sometimes it's too cool for school.
Yeah, maybe.
Smart
and also,
they
make the greatest Irish coffee outside of Ireland that I've had. It is unbelievably delicious.
And they have an amazing variety of coffees from cold press to, front.
And they cut their own ice. That's the other thing they do. They sit there and they have actually video online. You can see them cutting their own ice. Some of the greatest bartenders were also there. Number 2. This was hard. You might say this is 1.2. I mean, 1A or 1B.
Yeah, this really should be a tie.
I am really struggling with this. But number 2 is the Cellar Dweller.
Oh, I can't wait to hear what
Now, let me tell you the story about the Cellar Dweller for those who have never been there. Back in the day, when we used to go, when we first started hanging out there in the early 2000s, before Google, the only way you could find this bar outside of blind luck is if someone took you there. Because they didn't advertise and you just didn't know about it. Now I think it is on Google. You can type in Tulsa bars and I think it actually pops up.
I think you guys messed up. Cellar Dweller's number 1.
Hold on. You're number 1.
I mean, there's no shame in being number 2 because this is an amazing list. So
this is an amazing list. That's true.
The thing about Cellar Dweller is it is literally a cellar. So it's a speakeasy. You go in this sort of office apartment building that was built in the 20s. You go down this little windy staircase and you're underground.
So cool.
And it's right. If it's right across from the Hyatt Regency downtown, or DoubleTree.
No, Hyatt Regency.
No, it's not the Hyatt. It is the DoubleTree.
Is it DoubleTree?
It's across the street from the DoubleTree, and so if you stay there, it's right across the street. And who you'll meet down there is maybe the best thing about this bar.
Yeah, characters.
There are characters who live around there. There's apartments all around, and so it has a very local vibe.
Yes.
Even though it's got this sort of you know, racy 1920s vibe. It is a very, you're going to meet regulars and locals, and the bartenders are so friendly. Yeah,
we have some of the best bartenders that are in the Cellar Dweller.
Yeah, and they give you such personal attention. And
this was a tough one, man. He and I actually went back and forth on this, and it's our local at night. He and I, when it's a 10 o'clock call, when I get the 10 o'clock call from Grant, it's only the Cellar Dweller, and he doesn't even have to tell me. Yeah. He says, "Let's get a drink," and I'm like, "Okay." We just made the cellar. I mean, it's already assumed that that's where we're going.
When other bars are just completely jam packed, this one's just kind of simmering and getting ready to, like, sometimes it'll explode, but like you can go there late. Place. Yeah, it's small. And the number one bar in Tulsa that everyone should go to when they visit is the Sound Pony. Yes, I mean,
we love the Sound Pony. This was a hard one. It was a hard juggle between the Cellar Dweller and the Sound Pony, but we chose the Sound Pony because it was our local for so many years and still is. We go there all the time. When it's time for Grant and I and our friends to call in like a happy hour beer, it's almost always the Sound Pony.
And let me just say, I don't think it's that hard to make this number one for a lot of reasons. And when I start thinking about them, then it just starts to like separate itself. And it's good in the afternoon. It's good late at night with live music. Some of the most cutting edge bands from around the country and the region go through there. That's true. For the bartenders, for the prices. For the prices, like you can.
Oh no shit!
I mean,
forget about it. Well, Cellar is cheap too, but
not as cheap as it.
But they have a better selection at the Sound Pony. You can get a great pint of IPA there for $5.
Yeah. Incredible back deck that has an amazing view of downtown.
And then there's Josh and Mike.
Yeah.
So two lads that we love that always welcome us with open arms every time we walk in that door. And it's just a great community that they've built. It's not just So it's not just the bar, it's the community that surrounds the bar, and there's so many people that love that place. Bikes hanging off the wall. It's a madhouse of a place. The bathrooms are notoriously disgusting and wild and crazy. It's true.
It is true.
You know, if I was a woman, I don't know if I'd want to squat in there. You know,
you do everything you can to not use the bathroom there.
Exactly. Yeah, it's tough.
Let me just also add that every celebrity in town, every band that plays the large arena in town, every band that plays Canes ends up at the Sound Pony. They've heard somehow through the grapevine that this is
Cellar Dweller too, though.
Not as much.
I mean, we've met the Black Keys at Sound Pony.
I had a 3-hour conversation with the guys and gal in Yola Tango, which was amazing. We just talked about everything. They're super smart dudes and people and kids.
We met people from Germany the other day when we were dressed up as an astronaut. For Count Tutu was playing.
Yeah.
And come on, some of my greatest nights of all nights are at the Sound Pony.
And if you this is the thing. If somebody asked me if you could only go to one place, if you only have one 3-hour window to go to one bar in Tulsa, I would say the Sound Pony.
Yeah,
that's the separator.
I would too.
All right.
I think that's true. I think it's absolutely true.
The locals in there, the people, regulars.
Yeah. And it beats all the bars around there. Like if you look at the bars around the Sound Pony, I won't say them by name, the Sound Pony kicks their ass.
Yeah.
Like, it's not even close. And there's food trucks always swarming around there, so you can get food. And you can eat it right at the bar.
Yeah. So, there you go.
So, we love the Sound Pony. I agree. Yeah, number one.
Yeah. Top 10 bars in Tulsa.
Come down and join us. I'll go out with you.
I love the top 3, really. Like, when I'm thinking about back on your list, like, those top 3 are legit. And it really is a matter of what do you want?
Exactly.
Yeah.
Between those top 3, those are number ones in each their own category.
True.
That's true.
Well put.
I mean, those are apples and oranges.
It's a no-lose situation.
What a luxury to have choice like that, you know? Like, that's just a great thing about Tulsa. Yeah, I think it's a little Austin right now. It's a little baby Austin coming at, it's just learning to walk. Tulsa's just learning to walk. Our little baby's growing up so fast.
I don't know.
Sloan, it's a new year, and with the new year, we have resolved to shed the extra weight. I mean, I have videos of Sloan from almost every location where we go drink, and he's like, I gotta lose weight. We're finally doing it.
Yes.
Okay?
Yeah. I've said that a million times. I've either said, I gotta stop drinking. Or I've said, I gotta lose weight. Or I said, I gotta stop drinking
And lose weight.
So many times.
But now
we're finally doing it.
Finally doing it.
And we're gonna do the Drunken Uncle diet. So as you just saw, we're gonna drink more vodka and less beer. But we do have it. It's a serious challenge. Grant Jenkins versus Sloan Davis. $150 on the line.
And the rules are between now and when we go to Ireland, which is at the end of June, who loses the higher percentage of body weight?
That's right.
Right?
Yeah. Because I weigh in heavier, and so it'll be the percentage. That makes sense.
Totally.
So we're gonna challenge each other, and we're gonna lose weight. We're gonna have monthly weigh-ins. So every month we'll have a weigh-in, and we'll see how this goes.
Do you have like a goal number of pounds you're each hoping
Yes,
to lose?
we both do. Yeah.
My goal is I'm going to lose 10% of my body weight between now and Ireland.
10%.
I want to lose about 20 pounds, so it's a little less than 10%.
So that means I'm.
But we'll see. I mean, I am the heaviest I've ever been at this point in my life, and I need to lose at least 20 pounds. I mean, it's just right here. I've got this little tire that kind of follows me everywhere I go.
You know, and your drunken uncle has been known to, overdo it sometimes. But we want to be healthy drunken uncles, not unhealthy drunken uncles.
And let's just be honest here. It was only a few years ago we were healthy drunken uncles, and we've just let it slide. I'll tell you when it happened. 2015, 6 weeks in Ireland. The Guinness. The food.
The rich food.
The taters. 6 weeks and no working out.
Yeah.
That'll do it to you. There was no recovering from that. So, now's the time to get back to pre-2015 Ireland.
All right. Here's to our drunken uncle weight challenge, Sloan. You're going to lose.
I'm going to lose weight. Grant.
Yes, son.
Tell me something I don't know.
All right. Do you guys know Raymond Chandler has a new short story out?
I did not know that. And how?
The how is not as important as the what. Raymond Chandler has a new short story out about the healthcare system and how shitty it is. I heard about this probably on NPR, where I get all my news. And that Raymond Chandler has a new short story, and so I ordered the copy of it. It appears in Strand magazine, which is a sort of magazine for mystery writing.
Am I thinking of the right Raymond Chandler?
The famous Raymond Chandler, the pulp writer, the mystery writer. Yeah,
been dead.
Yeah, died in 1959.
The how is kind of important.
He died in 1959 in La Jolla, California.
So how does he publish a new story from the mist?
Well, apparently some researcher found this story in his archive in the Bodleian Library in Oxford, where his papers are, I guess. And it's called "It's All Right, He Only Died."
That sounds like something our president would say.
Yeah, it's maybe 1,000 words. It's this total indictment of our healthcare system, which really hasn't changed because of before Obamacare, it really hadn't changed from when Chandler wrote this story till now. Part of it was he lived in England during his childhood and sort of grew up on national health, which is of course a socialized single payer system where you don't have to pay to go into the hospital and get a surgery.
And they're going to treat you.
they're going to treat you.
They take you. Yeah.
Right? And
Regardless.
Chandler points out like how the first thing a hospital wants is payment. It's true today even. Like you go in, they want to know how you're going to pay for this. I mean, it's kind of a say uncle here. Like he's saying uncle to our healthcare system, which
From the grave.
from the
I mean,
grave.
that's a badass drunken uncle, man. When you can say uncle to the healthcare system from the grave.
I mean, it is time for us to go to a single payer system. Everyone knows it. You know,
Don't tell
when
don't tell these hot-blooded Americans that. They want what Norway has.
right.
Wait, what does Norway have?
A single payer system.
Do they have socialized medicine over there? Oh, they do. What? So we want that.
When your healthcare provider's first question is how are you going to pay, how can you expect that you're going to be getting the best care? Their first care is fucking money. They don't, not you. That is a problem. And Raymond Chandler knew it, and he wrote a short story about it. One of America's favorite.
Well, that's pretty impressive because I would not
pretty
have
cool.
known that without you telling me.
Pretty cool, Grant.
Yeah.
So there you have it.
Wow.
Something you
Good
didn't
job.
know.
Good
Good job.
angle.
All right, Sloan.
Hey.
Now it's time for Say Uncle.
Say uncle. We give the old say uncle fuck chop to everything that we find problematic.
We twist their titties and try to make them say uncle.
Yeah.
Say uncle, people who put the toilet paper roll on backwards. Sloan Davis.
I don't have any way.
Drink.
See?
But
Okay.
what is backwards?
Let me just tell you. I will tell you. Because this is what happened. The other day, I was over at Sloan's. We were like, I think we were planning our itinerary for YDU tours. And I went in and I was like, this fucking paper roll is backwards. And it's a pain in the ass.
way
And I
is
was
it? Is it
sitting
from
there.
underneath?
Just stop. It's my say
You
uncle.
have to
Drink.
again.
And I was like, you know, I'm sitting here. I gotta pinch a loaf. I got time. So I'm like, I'll reverse it or whatever it was about. Like, and then here's the thing. I went back and then we did our work or whatever, and I came back and this shit was reversed. Like somebody had fucking turned it back.
I'm the only person there, so
The
it was
only
me.
other person there. I was like,
But can I jump in on this?
No!
I want to know what
I
the
have not
backwards is.
finished.
Yeah. What's the
everyone
definition?
knows that correct is over the top so that it hangs out in the front, not the paper hanging in the back. Everyone and every woman
I agree
definitely
with that.
knows.
See, I agree.
So why did
Yes.
you turn
So
it
why?
around?
Because I will explain to you, Grant Jenkins. I am going to do a say
I
uncle
knew you-
within.
how did you
I'm going to
steal
do a
this?
say uncle within a say uncle. Grant is an amateur pooper. Say uncle, amateur pooper, and I'll tell you
What does that
why.
mean?
Because my roll of toilet paper hangs on like an L. I don't pull it off of there like I take it off the fucking thing and I have it in my hand and I'm like, what I need. Like I don't know why you're sitting there like doing this when you can take it off and you can hold it in your hand and go, yeah, I'm about a 3 or 4 sheet guy today. You pull it off. You over there doing this, reaching over, God knows what you're doing. I mean, it's
I
just
just pulled the
easy.
toilet paper
It's
off
so
the
much
roll and
easier.
that's it.
You can just hold it in your hand and go, and then you just slip it back on. That's some amateur stuff.
That is
there.
way more work.
No,
than
it's
just pulling
easy.
some off.
It's just so much easier. Just,
Oh,
All right.
cool.
Okay. I think we've learned a lot. We've learned something about Sloan Davis today.
I'm an artist. I'm an artist. You don't rush an artist.
Oh my god. I'm glad that I did that one because now I have this intimate
All right.
Fascinating.
view
Fascinating.
in
All right.
Sloan's daily
All right. We're gonna have this
constitutional.
day, are we? All right. My turn. My turn now. Are we ready? Say, uncle, people who eat pizza with a fucking fork. What the fuck is wrong with you? It's not meant to be eaten with a fork. You fold it and you eat it properly like a really good slice of pie. People, like I know, sit there with their fork and their knife, cutting it like they're having a steak. Get
Like
the fuck
all
out of
kinds
here.
of pizza, or just like there are certain like
No,
heavier pizzas.
there are
Drink.
pizzas,
I'm on my way,
and
I'm
that's
on my
a
way.
different say uncle. But yeah, like a Chicago pizza. But I was with this man not too long ago, and we ate
Where was
pizza
it?
together. I can't remember where we were. We were in Elgin Park, and out comes the fork and knife and like the napkin tucked in and the.
I'm a proper gentleman.
And I'm like folding the pizza and I'm eating it like proper style.
It's not okay. By the way, Elgin Park doesn't do it in slices. They're these weird sort of asymmetrical.
fold it.
Humongous.
You can still fold it. You can still eat it like
A lot of crust.
You can eat it like a pizza should be eaten.
I'm drinking because I reserve my right to use a knife and fork when I eat pizza.
I know people who do it, not just Grant. I just think y'all need to figure out what the hell's going on.
If I want to eat it with a knife and fork, I will. If I want to eat it with my hands, I will. I don't always eat it with a knife or fork. And there's sometimes, it's fun not to. And there's sometimes, like, it's too hot or it's too big. Yeah, it is fun to take a big, like, New York slice that you get when you're in New York. It's, like, this big. And you fold it over and you eat it because the crust will hold up to the folding and it won't sag because it's all full of like stuff on it. Like, but if it's like soggy or whatever, like you sometimes need to use a knife or fork.
Yeah, if it's just like drooping.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then there's Chicago style, which you have to eat with a knife.
Well, that's a whole different thing. That's a whole other say uncle to me because that's not even pizza. I will say uncle on that another time, but. Lack of skills if you can't figure out how not to eat a pizza with a fork and knife. Say uncle people who eat pizza with a fork and knife, and I'm not alone on this.
I gotta get serious here. Oh. No, I'm not serious about being serious. I'm not just joking about it. But say uncle sycophant apologists who ignore and excuse racist statements from our president. Senator Tom Cotton from Arkansas, one of the biggest dicks in America.
I don't remember hearing that.
Such bullshit. And he knows it. He knows it. The White House knows it.
They got caught.
I mean, and the thing is, I know this is the problem. There is 35% of our country who doesn't care or doesn't think that calling African countries shitholes is racist. And I have a problem with those people. I don't respect people who don't recognize implicit racism when it happens. I'm not going to call them racist. I don't know what's in their heart.
I mean, what is it? Intelligence?
But when it happens, it's dividing this country. Like, to excuse somebody just being a total fucking asshole to people who aren't like him, that is fucked up. And I can't tolerate it. And you know what? All of you are gonna pay in the next election and the election after that.
Maybe a long time.
Personally guarantee that, because this now is getting personal. This fucking.
We've seen a shift. I drank and I'm talking. We've seen a shift. I mean, where CNN and like mainstream media is now calling Donald Trump a racist, basically, or a bigot at the bare minimum, is a huge shift.
But you gotta understand, like, Steve Bannon, like, knows this is a strategy. It's on purpose. Like, this isn't just accident that every other day there's a new outrage, because they just want liberals mad. Why? Because when liberals get mad, that just makes conservatives say, I love when liberals get mad. I don't know. So whatever makes liberals mad, I like. But you know what? There are more people who identify as Democrat.
Yeah.
And
or
this wave is going to rise up. And this is not a winning strategy for you people. Those of you who don't see racism and just want to apologize to this president are going to pay.
Yeah, and it's embarrassing. You're an embarrassment.
Sample.
Well, good. That was one of mine. I knew that was coming up.
Somebody
had to summarize it. Well, I got one for Laura.
For me?
And other people, including all of us here at the table. Ready?
What?
Mm-hmm. Say Uncle Jeff Sessions for rescinding Obama's rule not to prosecute states for marijuana laws, pro-marijuana laws. They've all of a sudden pulled back on the marijuana, or they've rescinded Obama's rules, and I don't know if they're going to go after him, but it's bullshit. And all the data and all the facts show that marijuana does not increase. In fact, it went down in Colorado. Like, minors using marijuana actually went down in Colorado.
Crime
which
went
is
down.
Weird if you think about it, to be honest. But yeah, crime went down. Money goes to education. And nothing has changed in Colorado except people aren't getting put in jail. Jeff Sessions. I mean, we don't need our jails clogged with a bunch of people with dime bags of weed. Stop. Think. and use the data that's there in front of you, the facts that are there in front of you. Medical marijuana, I think that's actually proven. That's a done deal, right? Like we all, even Oklahoma, this is going on the ballot in June, man. I mean, larger and larger portions of Republicans are actually supporting medical marijuana and even the use of marijuana recreationally, right? Because, well, let's be honest, they probably use it. But at least some of them.
Let me just jump in because
Drink, motherfucker, drink.
all I'm gonna say is it's because the black guy did it.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
it's just another one of those. Well, let's just reverse it because the black guy did it, and it's a play to their base. This is a political strategy, and like I said last time, it is a losing strategy. Because a majority of Americans don't care if people smoke pot. They know it doesn't do shit to anyone.
Let's be honest, man. We're drunken uncles, and this is more damaging than smoking weed. All right, we know this. We recognize it. People drink whiskey, and people get shit faced, and they cause all kinds of hell. Nobody smokes a joint and goes robs a bank. They lay on the couch and they eat a bag of chips. So say Uncle Jeff Sessions. And get with the times, man. You're like fucking 18th century old.
It's hard to stop you on this, but I gotta stop you, man.
Yeah.
I'm just exhausted by 18th century thinking in 2017.
You're exhausted of it.
I am exhausted, Laura! And I'm a white male. Privileged white male,
There you
mind
go. So you're exhausted.
And if I'm exhausted, you're
How do you
plumb
think the rest
tuckered
of us
out,
fucking feel?
girlfriend. You're plumb tuckered out.
And people of color, like, even more so.
Oh, yeah.
Jesus fucking
She's
Fair
sick
enough.
and tired of being sick and tired. That's what it is.
That's right.
All right, I have to pick this next one. I've got choices. All right, but this is what I'm just doing it.
Choices.
Ready?
Yeah.
Say Uncle Star Wars, I'm over it.
Is that a pregnant pause for me?
I don't know. Sloan knows how important this film has been to me in my life, and it's not just because of me and the fact that I saw it when I was 9 and it changed the way I viewed the world. It like made me want to be a Jedi. It like opened up my imagination, you know. And I love the first 3 movies, and I survived the sequels somehow, and like I was excited about this reboot and like the
The first new one
was okay.
was pretty good.
The Force Awakens was okay. Rogue One was okay. But
Yeah, I
it
liked
gave me
Rogue-
hope
Rogue
that they
One was
could get
better.
better. But The Last Jedi was a living, breathing piece of shit. And I'm done. I'm over it. I thought it was a ridiculous, you know, just absurd, meaningless fuck up of bullshit of our fucking franchise. You know what? I don't care anymore.
That's a hardcore.
I just don't care. I don't want to talk about it. I don't want to go why I don't like Last Jedi, defend my view. It was a bad movie, and those of you who think it was a great movie, great. I'm happy for you. You enjoyed it. But you know what? I don't even care. I probably won't even see the last one because I just don't give a fuck anymore.
Whoa.
I mean, I'm not going to mention that you say Uncle this. I don't want to talk about it anymore. Say Uncle Star Wars. But fair enough. And I think Grant and I are on the same page on a lot of levels on this. I'm not nearly as
I haven't seen it yet.
angry and frustrated as Grant is. But it is a wonky movie. We went. We saw it. I think you said it right. They tried to put so much in, and they distracted. It was like pulling you so many directions, and the plot line wasn't like it just aesthetically, structurally.
It's not a story.
It was all over the place, and it's a little weird. I did read a really interesting article. I will say that about how it reflects the new generation of women and minorities, and it was interesting.
Fine.
But
Still doesn't make it a good story.
when it comes to storytelling, man, you gotta be telling a good story.
Yeah.
And it's a bad story, you're saying.
Say Uncle Star Wars.
Sad to hear
It's
it.
just scattered.
Sad to hear it. I haven't seen it.
I want to see it
Maybe I'll
again.
go
I
do
do
that
want to
tonight.
go back and see it again because I want to know if maybe there's more to it than I didn't
Not
see.
wasting my time.
Every episode, we do a touch of Ireland because we want to share Ireland with everyone we know because we love Ireland so much. We're going in 2019. If you're interested, email us, Facebook message us, talk to us in person, call us on the phone, find a way to get in touch. We're going to Ireland.
Because you're going to do things like what you're about to see. And Sloan and I were in Skibbereen and we did a whiskey tasting with a representative from Middleton Distillery where we're going to go on this tour. It was amazing. So, you ready?
Yes.
Here's
your touch of Ireland. Hey, mud in your eye.
Sloan, here we are at the Tanyard Pub.
Don't look so tense.
In Skibbereen, West Cork, County Cork, Ireland. And we have a special guest for our What Do You Be Drinking here. Would you please introduce yourself?
Hi, my name's Gerard Garland and I'm the Irish Whiskey Ambassador for Irish Distillers, the company that makes Jameson Irish Whiskey.
Yes, yeah. So we just had an amazing tasting experience here in the Tanyard, owned by Dermot. And we tasted 4 whiskeys, but you agreed to let us taste a 5th. So here we are. What are we drinking now?
Well, we're drinking a new member of the Jameson family called Jameson Cask Mates. And that's it there. And we're having a beer back as well with some of the beer from the brewery that seasons our Irish whiskey barrels that we go on to age our Jameson Irish whiskey in.
Right, it's the Franciscan Well in Cork.
That's correct.
Right? So,
yes.
So part of this beer, the barrels that are used to age this beer, brew this beer, are part of the process for this whiskey.
Yes. We basically, this whiskey was invented over 2 guys sitting at a bar having a beer and a whiskey, which is the best way to invent a new whiskey, I think you'll agree.
I totally...
The show was invented in the same style.
I totally agree. 2 guys sitting at a bar. That's where all the best ideas start. So, all right. So tell us about this Jameson Cask Mates vintage here.
A couple of years ago, about 4 years ago, Shane Long, who's the head brewer and founder of Franciscan Well Brewery, he was having a chat to one of the guys from Middleton Distillery, and he said, I have a imperial stout and I want to finish it in a Irish whiskey barrel. And the guys in Middleton said, no problem, we'll send you up a couple of barrels, and what we want you to do is make no reference to Middleton or Jameson anywhere on these on this beer that you make. So he made his beer, it went and won loads of awards, and then the guys in Middleton said, if you want to put the word Jameson on your beer, there's no problem at all. We're happy to let you do that.
That was very generous.
Great story.
All right, so the shall we try the let's have a slancha.
Slancha.
All right, here's mud in your eye, everyone. Yeah, let's do the Cask Mates, Jameson's Cask Mates. Sloan, what do you think?
What's your first impression?
It's extremely smooth. It might be the smoothest Jameson I've ever tasted, actually.
Which is pretty smooth, right?
Extremely smooth. I could drink this like water. That's not a problem. There's no major bite. It's just nice and smooth. There's a depth to it though that the original Jameson doesn't have. So there's a darkness to it that. What's the flavor I'm after here?
It's coffee, cocoa, and definitely an echo of hops there. When you're just getting that echo of the hops.
And that comes all from the barrel.
Absolutely. What happens is we put a stout called Shandon Stout, produced by Franciscan Well, into the barrel, and there's nothing more Irish than whiskey and stout. So you put them into the barrel, and we leave it there for 4 to 6 months, and it gives a lot of character from the stout into the whiskey barrel, and then we put Jameson original back into the barrel, and then leave it in there again for about 6 months, and voila, you get Jameson Cask Mates.
And it's no, nay, never. No, nay, never, no more. Will we play drunken uncle? No, never.